And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live at Lingerfield Drug Center in downtown Elizabeth on this gorgeous, gorgeous Wednesday. And so we are here, you're there, and we thank you for being with us wherever you may be. We've got all kinds to talk about. A lot of sports happening since yesterday. We're going to be joined by, he's here, Axel Steins is going to shine here in a little while. Also, Dr. Carter joins us at the bottom of the hour. We're going to be joined by Andrew Smith, sports writer, Johnson City Press. El Presidente at Carter County Bank, our dear friend Andrew McKeon is going to join us, and also Jeff Birchfield, sports writer for the Johnson City Press, covering NASCAR. Next stop this week, they'll stay in California for the Sonoma Saymart 350 in Sonoma, California. We'll take a look at that. So all that's coming up. But for now, we're here again. We've got our lead story will be, of course, the new eligibility rule by the NCAA, which is going to change everything, I think, to the good. But we'll break it down and tell you all about it. Let's get it started as we work our way through here on this gorgeous, gorgeous Wednesday. And let's see who we're going to go here. Let's start with who wants to do the national anthem today? Let's see. Who do we want to do? How about the Kingdom Mares out of Dollywood on the Tom Taylor Sports?
1, 2. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And back at the Tom Taylor Sports Show, a lot going on, and so let's jump in and tell you all about it. First off, birthdays today on this Wednesday, June the 24th. You have, if you're a Celtics fan, this guy, I'd forgotten he's still with us, but he is. Sam Jones, legendary Boston Celtic, 93 today. Mick Fleetwood, the drummer from Fleetwood Mac, is having a birthday. He is 78. The great soccer player Lionel Messi is 39 today. J.J. Redick, who, of course, was the outstanding player at Duke and now the coach at the Los Angeles Lakers, is 41 today. And then if you watched Knots Landing back in the day, Michelle Lee having a birthday. She was Karen, I guess. Yeah, her name on the show is Karen. So Karen Fairgate, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, Michelle Lee's having a birthday. She's 83 today. So that's your birthdays on this Wednesday, June the 24th. Normally we're at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City, but today we're here at Lingerfield Drug Center in downtown Elizabeth. And so here we go. Lead story. Junior sent this to me last night. Of course, I knew it was going to be the biggie, and it is. And so the NCAA has ruled now on changing eligibility for all their student athletes going forward starting this year. Under the new rule, players will be granted 5 years of eligibility to be completed within 5 years of high school graduation, or an athlete's 19th birthday is when it starts. You get 5 years. You get 5 to get 4, basically, is what you're doing. Whichever comes first to be 5 years of high school, within 5 years of high school graduation. So, obviously, if you graduate in 2026, you have until 2031 now to get your 4 years in. So you get 5 years to get 4. There'll be limited exceptions for factors like religious missions, maternity leave, and military service. Now, what this does, hello, Pete Taylor, how you doing? This will eliminate red shirts across college sports. Under the previous system, athletes had 5 years to compete over 4, There will not be further waivers for injury or other extenuating circumstances. No more redshirt. You get 5 years, you get 4. If your knee's blown out and you got to miss 2 years, you get 5 years, you get 4. And that's the way it's going to be. Change, one of many proposed by President Trump in an executive order on April the 7th. And so what does this do? Players are always pushing the eligibility to 6 or 7 years, even after the pandemic waiver expired. You knew about that. We talked about that back when it happened. They give you an extra year because of COVID. Rather than continuing to make a case-by-case judgment call, the NCAA made a blanket change, which I think it simplifies, and it does. You get 5 years, get 4. So you start your 5th year, you get 5 years after you graduated, or starting on your 19th birthday, whichever comes first. Some kids turn 19 later than earlier than later, so you get 5 years. The change does not come without complications, of course. Many college athletes redshirt right now to retain eligibility, so they redshirted just this past year. How are you going to deal with them? Also, fourth-year seniors and recent college graduates could suddenly petition the NCAA for their final year of eligibility or even go to court. So it's not totally clear-cut. It is, but it isn't. So going forward, starting now, yes, it's very clear. But right now, hanging in the balance, obviously, would be your folks that just went redshirt. So what are you going to do with them? Well, it says fourth-year seniors and recent college graduates could suddenly petition the NCAA for another year of eligibility or even go to court. So starting now, going forward, you get 5 years, 5 years after you graduate or 5 years after your 19th birthday, whichever comes first. So again, if you graduate this year, you would have to 2031 to get 5 years in, 4 years of eligibility. 5 years of eligibility rather than 4 years of playing. So how does this impact football? Redshirt's gone. Redshirting has long been part of the game, especially for the big guys with linemen. It's rare for players to be physically ready when they get on campus, and so sometimes they hold them back a year to get them ready. Same with quarterbacks, underclassmen quarterbacks. All that's gone. There are no more redshirts in college sports. So now, one overlooked aspect of this. Hello, Coach Moore. How you doing, sir? One overlooked aspect of this change could involve the practice of redshirting kids as they grow up. Many parents hold their kids back a year in school so they are physically better developed for sports by the time the colleges recruit them. That's going to be gone. Under these new rules, getting held back could cost an athlete a year of eligibility. So all of a sudden that changes. So if you have a kid, and I've seen this, in fact here locally, where they've held kids back to let them grow a year, and then hopefully by the time they go to the next level, they'll be big enough and get recruited by the colleges, so that's going to be gone too. So last thing, for schools with current student athletes who may be eligible for hardship waivers or extensions of eligibility. So again, they make this blanket statement starting now, but now you got to backtrack and say, okay, what are you going to do with the folks that are kind of hanging in limbo right now? The cabinet indicated the deadline to submit any waiver will be July 31st. So if you want to petition the NCAA for a waiver for your eligibility going forward, that's going on right now, you have until July 31st. But the new rule says 5 years of eligibility to be completed within 5 years of high school graduation. So you get 5 years of eligibility for 5 years. So no longer it's 5 and 4, it's 5 and 5. 5 years of eligibility to be completed within the 5 years of high school graduation or an athlete's 19th birthday. And again, it eliminates redshirting in college sports. That is story number one. Axel's going to join us here in a second. Also, Dr. Carter joins us here at the bottom of the hour. See the countdown to Cyclone football. We're at 58 days. So, you reap that which you sow. Brendan Sorsby, NFL, which I thought was very interesting. They have called off the supplemental draft, so he can't go to the NFL now. So he's in limbo. Now, his attorney said they're going to sue him, the NFL. Good luck with that. So Texas Tech says no. So he left Texas Tech. He said, I'm going to go to the NFL, and I'm going to submit my name to the supplemental draft. But they have the right, and they said no. NFL and the NFL Players Association, not going to have one. So Brendan Sorsby's just kind of out there hanging now. What's he going to do? Where can he go? Well, it's a very good question. So I'm thinking the Canadian Football League. But I don't know that. The league noted that Sorsby did not provide the complete record of the NCAA's investigation into his gambling habits. He did not take accountability for his conduct. There you go. You reap that what you sow. So, plus, unfortunately, in this case, his track record's come back to haunt him. So basically, what the NFL is telling me, as I read this, they don't want to touch this guy with a 10-foot pole because of his past record. And you'd have to understand that. I mean, I do. Once or twice, we've said this for weeks on end now. Once or twice, okay. Made a mistake, 18, 19-year-old guy messing up, 20-year-old guy, whatever his age is, okay. I get that. But if you're there and you've done it, thousands of wagers. The part that got me was, and still gets me, that he went and bet and used used other family members' names so he could make a bet so he wouldn't get caught. So that's all I needed to hear about this guy. So now it's come back to bite him again. Now the NFL says we're not interested, which is very, very interesting, I think. His attorney, of course, Jeffrey Kessler, said it's a violation of the collective bargaining agreement, and we will take it to court. Okay, so Sorsby now low on options for this season. He can't go to the NFL team as a free agent either. So he's hands off the National Football League this year. He could play in 2027. He can go to the 2027 NFL draft, but this year he's out. So he can't go back to Texas Tech. I wouldn't think with all the hailstorm he created there. So the NFL is not going to have a supplemental draft for him to go. He can't go as a free agent, so he's out there in limbo. Unless, as I said, you go to the Canadian Football League. So problem is the NFL NIL money. You got it. They need to fix this or the game will be ruined. I believe all the kids should get paid on a level instead of just the high-profile kids. College sports is a job for those athletes, and the schools are making money hand over fist. He's exactly right, Coach Moore. Boom, I had the bell. Bang. I went to go buy a bell today, couldn't find one. Went to one of that big office supply store, and they don't have them anymore. They don't have any more bells. You don't sell bells anymore, so I'm going to go to the antique store so I can find a bell. Anyway, I would hit the bell. You're exactly right, Coach Moore. So it's all about the NIL money, too. So, and you're starting to see this. You go into the locker room, and I'm going to use Axel. Axel's sitting right over here. Axel's making big money, and I'm not making big money. They've signed him to a big-time contract, and I don't have a big-time contract. I'm just old Tom, just slugging along trying to make ends meet. This guy's driving a Jaguar, making all kinds of money. I'm not. So now you're seeing that's creating some problems in the locker room, which I know it would. We all have egos. So he has it. It's the haves and have-nots. Have and have-nots. He has it and I don't. So that's creating problems. So I'm with you. Just come out and say what it is. It's a minor league to the NFL. Just pay everybody. And based on either your talent, skill, or your position. Linemen get this, running backs get this, and then that's not really fair because that's making one part of the team more important than the other. That would create problems too. So you should just make a blanket. That was a dumb thing to say. You just should make, in my opinion, if you're going to pay everybody a flat rate. Here we go. Everybody gets this. Well, what if Lingerfield Drug Center wants to pay Axel more to do a commercial? Okay. Then you run into another can of worms. I guess you can. I guess that can work. But to me, the crux of the whole problem is NIL. I'm exactly right because these guys are making big bucks and some guys aren't. Some guys are not smart enough to be cocky, not to be cocky about it. Some are. Some just kind of stay low under the radar, and some come in kind of flaunting what they got. That rubs people the wrong way, and I get that. I go back to the kid in high school. He came into basketball practice at Christmas. You know, we're wearing Chuck Taylors, and we thought we was okay wearing Chuck Taylors. Some boys had Keds, some boys had PF Flyers. This kid came in with Puma. That was a big shoe back when I was a kid in high school. PUMA, and they're still around. And then Adidas came along. So everybody else is wearing Converse. These guys came in, they're cocking around. They got Adidas. You know, and I remember one guy at basketball practice. He left his shoes there on his locker, and so he went and got a pair of scissors and cut the strings out of them just to send a little statement, just to let folks know that he didn't appreciate him in there bragging about, well, I got Adidas for Christmas. What about you? So all that's happening, folks, and so we'll see how it's going to go. Andrew's in there with us. Axel's in there with us. Dr. Carter's in there with us. We'll take a break. We'll get them all in. We are busy. We like it. We're stacked up. We're here live again. We'll get Axel in for a minute or two. He's here, gracious enough to come by. So we'll put him on, and we've got Dr. Carter and Andrew Smith. Also, Andrew McKeon, the president of Carter County Bank, which is next door here to Lingerfield Drug Center. And, of course, we'll have Jeff Birchfield in to kind of wrap it up, talk a little NASCAR. All that right here after this from Lingerfield Drug Center on the Tom Taylor Sports. We're talking to our buddy Dr. Eric Carter from Lingerfield Drug Center, one of our proud sponsors of the show and Cyclone Sports. A lot of pharmacies out there, a lot of drugstores out there. Why, in your humble opinion, should we come and trade at Lingerfield Drug Center?
Yes, I think our customers are our family. We treat people how I'd want my family to be treated. And that's, we can come in after hours for you if you need or deliver to you. I think we just go the extra mile. A lot of times at a big chain or something, if you need a refill and it's out of refills, it's too bad. But we'll call the doctor, send them messages, and keep bothering them until they get them sent in to us. So we want to do everything we can to make sure our customers have their medicine and are happy.
Customer service, folks. Again, Lingerfield Drug Center down here beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Axel Steins.
Shines.
Here he is, folks. Again, ready to go yet. What's this number? 16th show together.
Woo, doggies.
Woo, doggies. There you go. Countdown to Cyclone football.
58 days away, folks. 58 days, 7 hours, 34 minutes, and we are now down to 58 days, 7 hours, and 33 minutes now until
Whoa.
Cyclone football 2026 at home for the Railroad Rumble against them Toppers.
Against them Toppers on August 21st in 58 days. So they, again, ready to go. The Cyclones and the Hilltoppers, of course, it's dead week. Everybody knows this, but again, we have a lot of out-of-state viewers. So again, what that means is the TSSAA, which is the governing body of high school sports in Tennessee, mandates everybody this week and next week. Everybody shuts down. No practices, no weightlifting, no running, no anything, no conditioning. Coaches are gone, players are gone. It's vacation time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're hanging out together, me and Axel, and so on that number at 58 days out is the world-famous Cyclone Walk. Tell me about it.
So, folks, as you know, we get new viewers all the time, of course, and so the Cyclone Walk, it's where the guys come out of the locker room in their football uniforms, their black uniforms and helmets, and of course, me and Carrie are high-fiving them and recording it for the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page, and I also get them fired up as well.
Absolutely. You do get them fired up. They come down the sidewalk, you high-five them,
Yeah.
you high-five the cheerleaders, and we video that, stream it right before we go on air with the broadcast. And so
Yeah.
it's he and Carrie do that for us, Carrie Taylor. And so
Yeah.
it's awesome, and they love giving you high fives, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
They expect Axel to be there. If he's ever not there, it's like, where's Axel? Show him your shirt. We got your cool shirt on today. This is a shirt your mom made. There you go. So there I am, and there he is, and it's live on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's a Pixar shirt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That my mom made last year.
Mama made it for us. I got one. She made me one. Got you one.
Yeah.
Mama Bear. Now she's grooming dogs today.
Yeah, she is.
Papa Bear's over here.
Papa Bear and me are having fun.
There you go. When Mama's working, Papa Bear and me are having fun. There you go. You gotta love him. So you're going to be a junior this year coming up.
Yep. Ooh, doggy.
Ooh, doggies. Do we know the first day of school? Because I don't know what day it is. Do you know what it is?
I'll have to let you know, but I know the last day for the summer road trip this year will be August 7th.
August 7th. Okay.
August 7th.
All right. So we got the Cyclone Walk coming up. Cyclone football in 58 days. All right. We got 6 home games. Who are they?
Science Hill, the 102nd meeting between the two schools. Tennessee High, the 90th meeting between the two schools.
Yep.
Volunteer, Cherokee, Granger, and Greenville are your 6 home games this year.
Road games are where?
At Westridge, at Northview, at East, which is the former home of Peyton Lingerfield, and Seymour.
And Seymour. Peyton Lingerfield's now a Cyclone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, doggies.
Ooh, doggies. Got him, and we got Mr. Cece from Johnson County. Met a kid the other day when I spoke at Sinking Creek, Malachi Fine. Big old boy. transferred over from Daniel Boone, so he's one of our linemen now. So, oh boy, we got some guys coming in wanting to help the team.
Yeah, for Sean's 20th season this season.
Yeah, Will Bowers signed with Iowa State to go kick the football in the Big 12.
Congrats to him.
Oh yeah, that's great.
The point after kicker and the 3-pointer kicker.
Field goal. Good. Yeah, we love doing that. Hello, Coach Jenkins. Coach, you like Coach Jenkins? He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good peep.
He's a good peep. He's one of our peeps. You got it.
Yeah.
And we got little Bradley, who's not little anymore, keeps growing up on us. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good peeps. So, hello, Terry Olson. That's a new name. You said we get new people all the time. Terry Olson's a new name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
know.
We like that. So
Yeah, and Tom likes that too.
I do like that. You know what I'm going to do this weekend? I'm going to go see what movie do you think? Because of you.
Toy Story 5?
Yep. On your recommendation, I'm going to go watch Toy Story 5 this weekend with some folks. And so we're going to get us, probably get me would you get a cherry icy
Yes.
and some popcorn?
Yes.
You like Goobers, chocolate covered peanuts?
No.
Skittles.
Yeah.
Skittles. All about Skittles?
Yeah, all about Skittles.
All about Skittles.
Yeah.
So, in fact, when you leave, when you get done talking, go down there and pick you out some candy from. We'll get you some candy.
All right.
At the candy counter at Lingerfield Drug Center. So we'll. He says, "All right." Only got to tell him once. He's all about that. So, all right. So, we love this young man. So, again, you'll be with us tomorrow. Where will we be tomorrow?
Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings.
Friday will be where?
Food City and Gray on a Food City Friday.
That's it. So we'll be. You've got some more shows this week, but today we're at Lingerfield Drug Center
Yeah.
with my man
Axel Stein.
Axel Steins.
Shines.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too, buddy.
Pals for how long?
Forever and ever.
Forever and ever. And on my keychain, see if I can get it out of my pocket. On my keychain, he got me a little thing of Jesus. So he brought it to me last week. Oh, here it is. So here, hanging. He gave me that, and so I have it on my keychain because Axel Stein shines. Oh boy. Go get you some candy, would
I
you?
will.
Get your Papa Bear a candy bar too. He's a good guy. For him to
Yeah.
haul you around, he's your chauffeur.
Yeah.
Get him get him a candy bar too. And if he
Yeah.
says no, tell him Tom's bigger than he is. Get him a candy bar anyway. Okay. If he tries to buck up, say, "Dad, Tom's bigger than you." So get him a candy bar.
Okay.
You got it?
Okay.
That's your instructions. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. We'll be joined by Dr. Carter next on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Axel Stein shines on the 2026
Summer Road Trip. 17th show tomorrow at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings and show number 2523 tomorrow.
You got it, buddy. Quick break. We'll be right back after this.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
Really easy way to feed a family or a bunch of people. We start them off at 4. Dream pack for 4 runs $32.99, gives you a pound of meat. You can do pulled pork or pulled chicken, either one at that price. 3 sides, it's a pint each, so it's a 4-ounce serving of meat, 4-ounce serving of 3 different sides. Gives you a really good meal that'll fill you up. It's not something that you eat and you're hungry later, an hour later. I'm going to include your buns, your barbecue sauce. Instead of picking up a pizza, come by here, pick up a Dream Pack. Your family will thank you. And if you need it for more people, the breakdown on it's $8.25 a person. 12 people, for instance, is $99. You'll see that advertising out from us in a lot of different places. Feed 12 people for $99. That gives you 2 pounds of meat, a quart and a half of each side. Still gives you the bun, still the barbecue sauce. really, really popular. I had a group at Eastman just order a 16 for Wednesday. So you call us ahead. We can do as many people as you want. We do 100 people, 200 people. We'll put those in pans for you, or as few as 4. So in even numbers, however many you want. $8.25 a person. You can't beat it.
Cannot beat it, folks. Again, here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. The phone number is 349-6437. Hours are open.
11 to 7, Tuesday through Saturday. We take Sunday and Monday off, but we're here the rest of the week.
Social media.
Social media on Facebook. Maybe Instagram later if one of my kids shows me how to use it, but right now it's on Facebook. That's where people watch you, so we'll figure they've got it here.
And the website is?
Website is philsdreampit.com.
You got it.
I see a familiar face here. Looks like he's ready to talk to you.
He is.
Talk
That's
some
our buddy Jeff.
Going to talk some NASCAR, I'm betting.
That's our buddy Brian Pipkin, the owner of Phil's Dream Pit, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Dr. Carter will be here in just a second. Andrew's going to be with us too. Andrew Smith talking Braves. They're slipping a little bit, folks, down to 5.5. The Phillies are coming. The Braves are struggling, so we'll see what he has to say about that. That's his beloved team, of course, the Atlanta Braves. And it's a lot of people's team. Hello, Junior. And so, World Cup today. Let's give you their schedule. United States tomorrow night, 10 o'clock against Turkey. Today, Switzerland against Canada. Qatar against Bosnia. Morocco against Haiti. Brazil plays Scotland. Czechoslovakia will play Mexico, and South Africa plays the Korea Republic. That's your World Cup schedule. Was it 6? 6 today? Yep, 6 matches today or games today in the World Cup. So, have you been watching the World Cup, Tom? No. Are you going to watch the World Cup, Tom? No, probably not. So, I'm cheering for the USA. He's getting settled in here. Look at him. He has a new employee. First off, good morning, sir. How are you?
Doing good.
Would you like to tell us who your new employee is? As soon as I walked in, I saw her. I straightened up and went. I saluted because
It's my newly retired mom coming to work morning times with us.
Mama's here now. So everybody's got to tighten up because Miss Susan's in the house. Now, Bubby is supposed to come off the IL today, so that's what we're hoping for. He's got that oblique injury with the Rangers, and so hopefully he'll get back at it. We want him back on the field. So they've been using Wyatt Langford in center field for the Rangers, which is okay, but we're partial to the Mr. Carter from right here in Elizabethton, so he's been on the injury list. Have you talked to him recently?
I've not much. When we do get to talk to him, he doesn't like to talk about baseball really.
No,
So
he wants to get away from it.
yeah,
I totally understand that. So, but he is coming off IL today, we hope. So, anyway, Dr. Carter is here, the owner of Lingerfield Drug Center. Oh, boy, he's getting ready to talk about something I love to talk about. Let's do it right here. Let's start with these guys. This is awesome. You have more and more people doing this, too, don't you?
we do. We've had a lot of people this last month coming for him.
This is a no-brainer, I'm telling you. If you don't hear anything else we're talking about, but you will, these are called pill packs.
Pill packs, yep.
Yeah. So this is the trick right here. So you've got them, well, I'm going to steal his thunder, but the blue on the back of it is for nighttime taking. The yellow on the front on the back of these are for daytime taking. So these are pill packs. This is a service he provides here for everybody at Lingerfeld. So tell us what it's all about.
Yeah, so what kind of, as we've talked about before, we've been using them a lot for people, older people with a lot of medicines, or if you're taking care of your parents or grandparents. But what we've been seeing a lot this last month is kind of middle school, high school age people.
Really?
The parents coming in to pick up their kids' medicine, and you want your kid to be kind of independent, handling things on their own, but sometimes kids forget to get in a bottle, but parents are getting these for their kids. It's a way for them to see for themselves and kind of hold them accountable too, make sure they're taking stuff. But what it is we get with you, we get a full list of all your medicines you take, prescription and over the counters, and then we'll put them in packs for you depending on how you take them, and you just come get them once a month, and that's all your medicines in one pack. They've got the pictures, the name, directions.
Mm-hmm.
We can customize them all sorts of ways depending on how you need them.
So if you're taking a lot of medications, this one says, all right, for example, how you say that one?
Lisinopril.
Lisinopril, take one tablet by mouth once a day, it says. 8 o'clock in the morning. It even shows you it's oblong and yellow. The next one below it is a
Metoprolol.
Yeah, her. Metoprolol.
Law. Yep.
Metoprolol. Why'd I pick that one, Tom? I don't know. So it's film coated round, but it shows you the colors, tells you what it is, tells you when to take it, tells you what it is. So if you're taking multiple. So then the cool part about this too, let's say you're getting ready to go on vacation. You don't need this whole month, but I'm going to be gone for 5 days. Each one of these little guys will tear off. So you can just take for what you need, whether it's 3 days, 5 days, whatever, right?
And we've got quite a few of our old people, they'll vacation they'll go to Florida for the summer or the winter or here or there. And we've had a few people say, or like last month, we had one lady, her family was going to do a trip out west, kind of make a big loop, be gone about 2.5 months. So we, where we've got these packs, we were able to make her up 3 months worth.
Wow.
And that way she's got all her medicine, doesn't have to worry about anything.
Folks, that's customer service right there, and that's what it's all about. So, and then on this one, we'll move on to the next one just to give you an idea. It's pretty self-explanatory, but these are blue, so it tells you these are nighttime medications. It tells you when to take them. Again, same thing, what they look like, why you're taking them, what's in them, like 25 milligrams of this one tablet by mouth twice daily. So these are called pill packs. This is a service he provides to you from here at Lincolnville Drug Center, the old-timey customer service. All right, so you're changing your hours. You're updating hours?
Yes, we are starting next, let's see, not this weekend, but next, be July 4th. We're closed for July 4th that Saturday. And what we're going to do for the summertime is be closing on Saturdays.
Okay.
How we've been 9 to 12 on Saturdays. Where Mom has started working with us, she's doing deliveries every day now.
Oh, really?
And so, Saturdays usually is just people, kind of stragglers, can't make it in through the week for work or whatever reason. But where Mom's doing deliveries every day for us now, we're going to start closing Saturdays. And if you can't get down here during the week, don't think you can make it, just give us a call and we'll bring it to you.
There you go.
We're going to make sure nobody goes without. But that's just something we think we'll be able to do it during the week now rather than having to come in that extra half day.
Another sign of customer service. Mama delivers for you. How about that? So, got the updating hours, and of course, she does deliver. How far out geographically does she go?
So, we do within city limits right here, and then within the county, we kind of do that case by case. Certain areas we may can stretch a little further, but that's something if Mom can't do it, we can get me or Marcia or Hunter, somebody can make sure you got your medicine for you.
There you go. Now, what we love to talk about, in fact, I'm going to record this. I want to get this. This is really good. We're talking about how easy it is to transfer. Let me hit this button right here. We're talking to Dr. Eric Carter from Lincolnville Drug Center, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Dooley Sports Show. Transferring your medicines from XYZ to Lincolnville is very easy. Tell us about it.
Yeah, sure is. We've got people been doing it every day. All you got to do is call, give us your name, your birthday, and where your medicine's at, and we take care of everything. So whenever we call, it's helpful if you know what medicines you take. That way we can make sure we get each one of them. But if you don't, that's okay. We'll call and get it figured out. But we'll ask if there's anything can't be transferred or doesn't have refills to transfer. And if there is some of those, we'll call the doctors and get you new prescriptions sent here. So it's 30-second phone call and we'll have you set up here and ready to go.
It's just that easy. If you have multiple medicines, that's no problem either, is it?
Nope. It's just as easy to say send them all as send this one. So we'd rather have them all.
So if you're not happy where you are right now, you keep going and never got it done, takes forever to get your medicine, here's the man you want to go with. Lincolnville Drug Center, again in downtown Elizabethton. He'll be ready to go. He'll transfer your medicines. One phone call is all it takes. He does all the work. You don't have to worry about a thing. Just give him the info he said. He'll make the phone call, and you do all the work, right?
Yep, sure do.
It's just that easy. Transferring your medicines from right here, from XYZ to Lincolnville Drug Center, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. That was a really good commercial. This guy's getting really good. First time we ever did this, he forgot his phone number. So we've come a long way. He still says he's nervous. He doesn't look nervous. You're not nervous. You can't be nervous. You know what you're doing. This is good stuff. So anyway, we got some over-the-counter things right now. We want to showcase that. We're going to do that the next segment.
If we want to, I can show you this real quick if you want to.
Absolutely. Show me what this is, sir.
Yeah, so on the pill packs we've shown, the top pages pull off, and that's what we tell people to take to their doctors with them. And most people do that, but especially for people without pill packs, we've started offering this, and we've had quite a few people taking us up on it. Um, if you're not really a medical person, your list of medicines can be a nightmare to try and fill out, especially if you're on a few or have had kind of some health problems going on. But we've got these sheets that will help fill out for you. So that's our people that get prescriptions here, where we've got all their medicines. We can fill out this page that tells your medication name, the strength and directions, how you're supposed to take it,
Wow.
which doctor has written it, and what that medicine's for. And then on there too, you can see we've got, something like an emergency contact, or even primary care, pulmonologist, cardiologist, drug allergies. As a sheet like that would be good to keep in your wallet, folded up, or in a purse, in case something bad happens. That's your vital health information. That could be
That's a free
for a
service.
paramedic or something like that,
That's something you provide too, free service.
Yes, sure do. It takes us a few minutes to fill it out, make sure we've got everything in there correct, but
It'd be worth it.
something like that I think is worth it.
Yep. So coming up next segment, he'll come back and talk about it's out there too, big time. Poison ivy. I know a lot of folks in poison ivy, poison oak, and poison sumac. So poison ivy's 3 leaves, right? Not 5, but 3.
Yes.
There you go. So we'll
That's
talk about that
something
next segment.
Me and my wife talked about that. The leaves of 3. let it
Leaves of
be.
3. What's it? The leaves of 3 and what?
Leaves of 3, leave it be. Don't want to get near it.
Leaves of 3. Leave it be. So we'll talk about that. Also, we're getting ready next week, get in the 90s. It's good old summertime, and so how you going to stay hydrated? He's got the answer for you coming up next segment. And also, ticks are out there big time, and bug sprays. And what is he? And if you're getting ready to go camping and you need whatever, he's going to take care of that the next segment. So see you in a few minutes. Hours are open right now.
Here Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and next Saturday, 9 to 12. But then starting in July, we'll be doing just Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
Yeah,
with
closed on
delivery.
Saturdays.
Yep.
And then pick back up, I guess, in fall, you go back to Saturdays. But for the summertime, it's going to be closed on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Totally understand that.
Summer, everybody's traveling. That's usually a pharmacy slow time. Everybody's healthy for the most part.
On the move, too. They're going places. Social media, how do we find you?
On Facebook is Lingerfelt Drug Center.
And the phone number is?
It's 423-542-2138. I about forgot it again.
No, no.
My mind was working quick.
Yeah, working quick. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Love promoting him. Folks still tell you they hear you on the show?
Yeah, sure do.
Love it. That honors me. So we love promoting this young man. He does a great job. He has taken this business from the late Mike Lingerfeld and completely changed it. It's what, 3-4 years now?
5.
5 years.
Yeah.
Wow, it's been 5 years.
I'm starting to get some gray hairs on top.
Don't say that.
Well deserved, I'd say.
That's it. You've earned it. Coming up next, Andrew Smith. We got to take a look at the Braves. His Braves are falling off a little bit. The new NCAA eligibility rule and something else I'm going to talk to you about. All that coming up next here on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Now this from Double C Western Supply. Double C Western Supply in Elizabeth and your Cowboy store and so much more. We have shoes and boots for guys and gals. We have kids' boots and shoes for the little people too. Ball caps, Marriott Wrangler, a large selection of Huey. We have purses, billfolds, handbags. We carry a full line of Montana Silversmith jewelry. We have both Lane Frost and Huey cologne and perfumes. We even have several styles of rugs to choose from and a large kids section full of boots and shoes and jeans and dresses and even stuffed animals. And jeans, and more jeans, both work and casual for guys and gals. Ariat and Wrangler in all sizes and styles. T-shirts for men, women, and kids. For cold weather, we have fleece tops and sweaters. And racks full of men's shirts, including the George Strait line from Wrangler. Short sleeve and long sleeve shirts for men and women. Vests and jackets for the cold days and nights for the guys and the ladies. We have a full line of tack and cowboy hats for cowboys and cowgirls, along with belts and a great selection of saddles. So you see, it is a cowboy store and more. Double C Western Supply, Railroad Street, Elizabethton. Find us on Facebook and at doublecwesternsupply.com.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
Back on the Tom Daly Sports Show, we're live here in Lingerfield Drug Center. What a great segment Dr. Carter did. Wow, he is so good, and he'll move mountains to help you folks. I can tell you that. So if you go someplace, I know somebody, I'll remain anonymous. Was the last 2 weeks ago? They went to the same pharmacy 4 times. We don't have it ready. We don't have it ready. I thought, we have a life, so you got to do better than that. And so what did he do? He called over here and swapped it over. He said, I heard about you swapping you can swap your pharmacy, your medications to a new pharmacy. I said, he does it all the time. So he made the switch. He said, I went 4 times. And every time we drove up to the drive-through line and said, we don't have it ready yet. Come back. And so they come back. We don't have it ready. 4 times. I thought, and he thought, nah, this is crazy. There's other people who take care of me. So now he's a proud member of Lingerfield Drug Center. My uncle will give his name, but he asked me not to, but he said, you can tell him. So I said, it happens all the time, folks. I'm telling you. And so, and that's number one gripe. People come down. It's like, well, they take forever, or you go back 3 or 4 times. People are busy.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's probably the busiest guy on the planet, one of them. Him and Birchfield will be here in a little while.
I think Birchfield's probably got me beat.
Yeah, you guys fly around all the time. So you don't need to go to a pharmacy 4 times to get your medicine.
No, that's asinine.
No. It grinds your gears.
It grinds my gears.
I like that. It says it grinds my gears. We're going to talk about the NBA draft, which does that as well here in a minute. He said, man, it grinds my gears. But we're going to start with the NCAA eligibility ruling. What do you think? It's 5 years for 5
seasons.
5 seasons, 5 years. You get 5 years to get it in. Redshirting's going by the way now. So what's your take on all this?
I think for the most part, it's a very needed change. You look at whether it's guys, 26, 27 years old trying to keep playing college football, basketball, you'll see guys from Europe come over at 23, be freshmen. It's like, I don't know about that. So I think overall it's going to do a lot of good. I do like that there are some exceptions like religious and military, and there are ways that you can still technically redshirt in some ways, but the one case I do feel for is maybe the athlete that kind of has to deal with injury a little bit, kind of gets bit by the injury bug, doesn't really get to play maybe one full season, and has, you feel a little bad for them, but, at the same time, it's tough to make that your baseline and not a potential exception of things.
So redshirting's gone. So if you got out because of an injury, that's going to go by the boards. It says, where is it right here? It says, new rule eliminates redshirts across college sports. Under the previous system, athletes had 5 years to compete over 4 years. Now you get 5 on 5. 5 years, 5 years of eligibility. So if you're hurt a year, it's going to be okay. If you're hurt more than 1 year, I guess you're in trouble. So no further waivers or other extenuating circumstances. So redshirting's out the window. Is that good or bad?
I think I'll have to see it in action before I have a definitive thought on whether it's good or bad. My lean is bad. I think there should be maybe one red shirt kind of widespread. Hey, injury exception, it's 5 and 5, but if you have a season-ending injury or have whatever red shirt requirement, we'll give you one back. But overall, we'll see how it ends up playing here in the next few years.
Redshirting down to the high school level, which folks have done this. They've redshirted the kid. They held their kid back a year, not redshirting necessarily, but held them back a year so they can grow an extra year and then put them back in and see if they help them with recruiting. That's out the window too. So good or bad on that ruling?
I'm okay with that one. I think that is, something that, hey, once you get to college, this is where we're supposed to, kind of get your body in shape, build you up. It's trying to take advantage of being able to do that at the high school level down the road, even if it happens at second grade or whatever. I do think that can be a little bit frustrating, but overall, I think that's a positive change.
We're live at Lingerfield Drug Center talking to our buddy Andrew Smith, sports writer, Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times News. So Brendan Sorsby, NFL says, which I thought was very interesting, no supplemental draft this year. So he can't go to the NFL this year. He can't go back to Texas Tech. He's in limbo. So, of course, his attorney says it's a violation of the collective bargaining agreement. We're going to sue. We'll take him to court. So What's your take on Sorsby? NFL doesn't want him in the draft, which I found very interesting because there's some teams that need a quarterback. Primarily the Jets said they were very interested in Sorsby, but now there's no draft. He can't go back to Texas Tech. So what happens now?
Yeah, so for him, it's just preparing for the draft in April. Is the next step for him. I do find it funny that the default is, oh, I'm just gonna sue and we'll make it happen.
Oh yeah.
You know, it, the idea that, oh, you went against the collective bargaining agreement, brother, you aren't a part of the NFLPA. There is no collective bargaining agreement for you. Not until you sign that first NFL contract, you are not a part of the collective bargaining agreement.
There you go.
So that it has no weight in a court of law. So yeah, just
That dog don't hunt.
it will. Yeah, so I guess we'll see what happens now in terms of the short term from now to April. But yeah, and I don't know if you got a chance to read it. The letter that the league sent to Brendan Sorsby, a very strongly worded letter that actually felt like it took a stance against what he did, unlike some courts in Texas. So I think that the way the NFL handled that was honestly pretty strong on their part.
They were very point blank with, and again, all about his gambling and his accountability. Said he didn't really disclose everything he should have disclosed to put himself in a position as they apply for the NFL supplemental draft. So therefore, they're not going to have it. He has to wait till next April to be drafted like everybody else. So I guess this year he's out, right? Basically.
Yeah, I don't really see a path forward unless there's, some other potential league of
Canadian Football League,
Canadian
maybe?
football, or some semi-pro or something like that between now and April. That's about the only thing I've got in mind that where he could go.
Braves. Let's switch gears. The Bravos.
The month of June has not been kind to the Bravos.
They're 8-9 in June. They've lost 3 in a row and 7 out of 10. And the Phillies suddenly are within striking distance, or 5.5 out. So what's going wrong with the Braves? What's happening right now? That's your team.
It feels like a kind of a handful of things at this point. The offense has struggled for the most part in the month of June. Obviously, not having Raul Acuna has hurt that. Even if he's not been as strong this year as he has been in years past, he's still very much a stabilizing force for the top of the lineup. Drake Baldwin has struggled since he's come back. That has also compounded some things. But the offense as a whole, not great. The pitching rotation, the starting pitching rotation at this point feels like it's Chris Sale. We're going to get Chris Sale. Martin Perez.
Who goes tonight.
And pray about the other 3 spots in the rotation. Bryce Elder's fallen off a cliff. J.R. Ritchie's young. He's walks too many people. Saw it last night. I think the kid will be good down the road, but right now he needs more refining in the minor leagues, probably getting that command down. And Grant Holmes just isn't a starting pitcher. He's good first time through the lineup, but once you get past that, he struggles. So either have him be an opener or have someone be an opener for him, and it might work. But yeah, between the offense and the starting pitching, and not very conducive to winning as many baseball games as you were earlier in the year.
Got 4 starters on the shelf right now. Joey Wentz is out for the year. Got Schwellenbach, you got Strider, and you also got Shawver Smith. So you got 4 starters on the shelf right now for the Braves. Trade deadline's August 4th. It's a ways off, but do you look at them at that point, which is another 2 months or a month and a half of baseball? Do you see him making any big splash to get a frontline pitcher down the stretch or not?
I don't know if he'll be frontline or not, but I will say I don't know if Alex Anthopoulos can afford to wait until late July, early August to do something about this rotation. Something here relatively soon. Just another arm that can be serviceable, I think would do wonders for this rotation and this team. But yeah, I think that there needs to be a move made. I've heard Tarek Skubal rumors. I don't know if I'd have to see it to believe it from Alex Anthopoulos. He's never been a guy that's went and made the big splash at the deadline, especially for a rental. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, there needs to be at least 1, if not 2, stars acquired between now and the trade deadline in August.
I was looking as you were speaking. The Braves this weekend will go to San Francisco to battle the Giants on a West Coast road trip. So they'll go there. Oh, they're already there. I'm sorry, they're in San Diego. They'll move into San Francisco for the weekend. So they got the Giants, and so that's Tony Vitello and the Giants trying to get it together and trying to play spoiler. So we'll see. But the Braves struggling, of course, as we said, they're 5.5 out. Are the Phillies, who got down to 2 outs. You see that last night?
Yeah, it was
outs.
a very unlikely comeback by the Phillies last night.
8 runs, 8 hits. They were down to 2 strikeouts to win the ball game. 2 outs, 2 strikeouts, and they caught fire. And the Phillies scored 8 runs on 8 hits to win the thing 14-9 to beat the Nationals in Washington. So, say what you want. And so, at what point do the Phillies say, Don Mattingly, you have earned going from interim manager? I mean, the guy's getting it done. The Phillies are playing excellent baseball.
I still think they probably wait until the offseason to take the interim tag off. That's just kind of the way it traditionally goes. But I'm with you. I don't see any reason why Don Mattingly shouldn't be the manager come spring training 2027, given how the Phillies have turned this thing around. It's a testament to him, testament to the guys in that clubhouse to kind of get that wake-up call of Rob Thompson getting fired there early in the year and saying, hey, boys, we got to pick it up. And they have. So, they've been playing some really good baseball the past month and a half or so.
Absolutely. So, and the Braves, again, will roll into San Francisco this weekend. Evan Carter, IL, of course, his brother runs the store here, and so he hopes to come off the IL today. June 24th with that oblique injury, so we want him back in the lineup, performing well and representing all of us here in East Tennessee, in particular here in Elizabethton and Carter County. Evan Carter, the starting center fielder for the Rangers. We want that to happen, so, and hopefully it will sooner than later. He's coming off the IL today, is what it said on the Rangers team page. So the NBA draft, I want you to touch on that before you get out of here. So I didn't watch it, don't really care, to be honest with you, but the NBA draft, and so some movement. See, somebody went somewhere to the Heat. Who went to the Heat? Some big star?
Giannis Antetokounmpo went to the Heat.
Yeah, is that big?
Yes.
That's big. In a literal sense, that's big?
I mean, literally, he's a big man.
Yeah.
But yes, it's a rather big move. And, you brought up the grinds my gears thing. I leaned right into it. Part of that trade package going from Miami to Milwaukee was the 13th overall pick last night. That pick actually ended up being former Vol Nate Ament. But the thing that grinds my gears about the way the NBA does their draft has nothing to do with the hats or anything like, or not the design of the hats or anything like that. It is why. I used Nate Ament as an example, but it happened a handful of times throughout the night. Why are these kids going up, it's Nate Ament going up there wearing a Miami Heat hat, knowing full well, I'm not stepping foot in Miami. I'm going to Milwaukee. It makes no sense.
You're right.
The trade doesn't, I think, become official till July, but, why are we doing the whole song and dance? Even, as soon as he gets off the stage, he's wearing his Miami hat, he's getting interviewed by ESPN, and he's saying, yeah, I was on the phone with the staff in Milwaukee because everyone knows he's going to Milwaukee. No other league does this. You watch the NFL draft? Roger Goodell is announcing the trade of the picks before he announces them. That way, whenever the kid comes out of the green room to shake his hand, he's wearing the right hat.
Tom, why do you not watch the NBA draft? Voila. Why do you not watch the NBA? Voila.
It's just, it's stupid. You think back to years past as well. It's been a thing forever, and there's no real reason to justify it actually being a thing. 2018, I guess it was. The Hawks and Mavericks made the Trae Young, Luka Doncic trade, both of them wearing the wrong hats on draft night. Kobe Bryant back in 96 it was, wearing a Charlotte Hornets hat when he was going to the Lakers. What are we doing?
I think they're in trouble. That's what I think.
Why do we keep doing this?
We've not even talked about the NBA Finals. My Spurs gave up double digits lead all 4 games. That one game they blew a 27-point lead or 23, whatever it was. You're never going to convince me something's not wrong with that. What are you implying? I can imply however you want to imply it, but yeah, the 4 games. I think the game they won, they blew
it and ended up
blew that
coming
lead
back.
and ended up winning it. Say blew a lead in every single game NBA Finals. No, I ain't buying it. So what do you mean, Tom? Well, just Monday we had another situation. A kid from Iona, the bookies came to him and asked him to throw the game, and he said he would, and he didn't, and so he got physically threatened by the bookies, again with the gambling of an Iona player. So then he said, okay, this was against Rice. He said, okay, I'll do it this second time. Don't hurt me, I'll do it. So he said, against Sacred Heart, yeah, I'll throw the game. He didn't throw that game then. So now, they're after him, and so he reported them, and so that's just another example of what's going on behind the scenes. It's a little murky to me. So, hello, Danny Wilson. How you doing? So, you're asking me NBA draft, and you're asking me about the NBA and the Spurs they blew a double-digit lead in every game they played in.
They at least had one in every game.
Yeah.
And they lost 4 of the 5.
I ain't buying it. So, anyway.
It's
and I'm a Spurs guy. So, and I'm not knocking the Knicks, but it just it just smells funny to me. So that's why I don't watch the NBA much. So I think they're hurting. They do this, all these different hats and different things, knowing full well they're not going to be with that team. Then you have that challenge in the middle of the season to kind of boost interest. And I'm thinking TV ratings are down for the NBA. So anyway, they're going to play whether I'm involved with it or not. Hello, Charles Huard, Huard, Huard maybe? I'm not going to say a name, but thank you, Charles, for watching. So NBA. So what was in closing, what was the big, is that the big move? The big guy went from Milwaukee to the Heat. Is that the biggie?
And that was kind of the big thing everybody was waiting on. Top 3 of the draft went kind of chalk. AJ DeBonsa from BYU went number 1 overall. Then Darren Peterson from Kansas went to the Jazz. And Cam Boozer, son of longtime NBAer Carlos Boozer, went 3rd overall to Memphis. Everything kind of went chalk there. And we'll see how their careers shake out. But, I just had that gripe. It annoyed me last night watching it before tuning into the Braves because late night game.
Well, you were double frustrated then.
Yeah, it was not a great night last night in my watching of things. I was happy with my Hawks picks. Kingston Flemings, I think, will be a solid guard, but just the state of the NBA of why do we keep doing the song and dance of the trades, and everybody knows it, but we can't say it yet.
Because they're hurting.
Dumb.
I'm telling
It's
you.
dumb.
They're hurting. They're in trouble. I think NBA's in trouble. Nobody wants to, but that's okay. That's my opinion, and it's my show. I just think they're in trouble. So if you go out here and line up 10 people and say, what do you think about the NBA? Most of them around here, not all, most of them will go, could care less. In fact, LeBron came out last week and said, where am I going to go yet? The greatest of all time is not decided yet. I'm thinking, really? He's come out. Never mind. LeBron James. So he's going to go somewhere. Will he go back to the Lakers? Nah.
I lean he's probably coming back to LA.
You think so?
I think he'll go back for another year or 2 and then retire.
You got some downtime right now. Everybody's on dead week. When you come back, it's full board getting ready for high school football, right?
Yeah, no, it's hard to believe, but we're about a month away from media days, starting around the area. Those will go, late July into early August, and getting ready for another year of high school football, and it should be a lot of fun. And my head feels like it hurts sometimes trying to keep track of who's going where. It feels like I'm in college. It's college, but even more so. Talking earlier, Peyton Lingerfeld, who's where and everywhere else, and let's spot the ball and play.
He's in Cyclone now. Left Sullivan East. There's been a bunch of movement, and I'm not sure who's where. And July 1st, it really kicks in. That's the official start day of the transfer. But Lingerfeld left East. He's now at Elizabethton. CC, I believe the young man's name, is now from Johnson County down as a quarterback for the Cyclone. So picked up a lineman from Daniel Boone. So, and it's, people are coming and going. So it'll be take a roadmap, figure out who's coming and playing, but we'll know soon enough. Thank you for coming by, sir.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy the rest of your week. And today's slogan is, it grinds my gears. There you go. El Presidente Andrew McKeon joins us next from Carter County Bank on the Tom Daly Sports. Very simple. It happens every day. Tell us how we can do it.
Yeah, all you got to do is give us a call. We brought 2 yesterday, actually, but you just give us your name and your birthday and tell us where your prescriptions are at right now, and we'll call that pharmacy, get everything brought over. A lot of times people are nervous about moving because they're afraid something doesn't have refills or something can't be transferred. And when that's the case, we'll call those doctors, get you new prescriptions, and take care of everything, really. It's like the people, one of them we had transferred yesterday, said they'd been trying for about 3 days to get medicine refilled, and just wasn't happening, and was frustrated and asked if we could do better, and called, got everything transferred. Took maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and we had to call the doctor on one, which waiting on doctors can sometimes be a little time consuming, but they got that called in, and by the afternoon we had everything ready for her.
There you go, folks.
So,
it's just that easy. If you're not happy where you're getting your prescriptions filled, come to the Lingerfield Drug Center. The phone number to call and talk to you about it is?
It's 423-542-2138.
There you go. One of our great sponsors right here of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Dillard Sports Show. Get your prescription changed to a mom-and-pop pharmacy that still cares about their people and still wants to give you 100% customer satisfaction. It's right here at Lingerfield Drug Center beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Dillard Sports Show. Here he is, El Presidente of Carter County Bank, our dear friend Andrew McKeon. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, you will?
Yes.
Good.
Have you vacated yet?
I have.
Where we go?
I've been to Florida and I've been to Colorado.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where'd you go in Colorado?
Colorado Springs.
Liked it?
Yeah, it was very nice.
Yeah.
First time I'd been out there.
I've never been there before, so.
It was good. It's a beautiful area out there. I'd never been. Flew into Denver, drove over to Colorado Springs, spent 3 or 4 days out there. It was really nice.
Where is, because I don't know this answer, Red Rocks Amphitheater? Is it somewhere in Colorado?
It's in that general area.
Area?
We didn't go by there.
Yeah.
We went to the Garden of the Gods and
Oh.
checked that out. It was a pretty
Oh,
neat
really?
place where the earth had pushed together and shot the rock straight up and formations out of the ground. It was pretty neat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where do we go in Florida?
Anna Maria Island, first trip there. That was a recommendation from John Whitson and Bill Daughtry. They said that's a place they enjoy going and it's kind of laid back. Daughter wanted to go to the coast for high school graduation instead of, we always went to the East Coast, so she wanted to go to the Gulf. So we found a place in the Gulf.
Did it live up to John Whitson's billing?
Yeah,
was
it
good?
was very good. Yeah.
All right.
So it freaked me out the first time a manatee drove by me or swam by me. I wasn't ready for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about 7 foot long, just.
How close was he?
Oh, me to you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm out.
Yeah.
He,
I wasn't paying attention and snuck up on me.
so you're out in the water and a manatee just went by you? It didn't bother you?
Oh, they could care
Nah,
less.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
To the shore, boys.
Clear waters, you could see it, man. It was interesting.
That gives me the willies. So, how deep was the water?
Oh, not at all. I mean, I was walking out to the sandbar, so it never got over my head. I was probably 40, 50 yards off the shoreline.
Nope. You see any sharks?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't. I mean, I was.
You
I
weren't
was
looking.
open after that, but I didn't see them.
So I'm in the water, and a manatee just goes right by me, like right here.
Yep.
No, I'm out. I'm to the shore.
Yep.
We're walking the shore, picking up shells. So,
I'll send you a video when we get
oh,
off
I
there.
want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff. So anyway, he's back off vacation, much deserved. El Presidente at Carter County Bank. So the eligibility rule came out yesterday. President Trump kind of got it going, and so now they're going to give you 5 years of eligibility and 5 years to get it in and get it done. Redshirting's out the window. What do you think?
So you got 5 years. You can play all 5 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing. I think it gets all the confusion out of it. 5 years to play 5 if you have 2 injuries. I mean, that's unfortunate, but then you get 3 years or play 3 years and 5.
Now the college coaches are saying, wait a minute, what about we've always redshirted linemen and some quarterbacks that needed some development, but that's out the window now. You got 5 years to play.
Yeah, I mean, you
gotta
can.
grow up.
You don't have to play them that first year. There's nothing that says you have to.
That's it. Got to go. Got to line them up and go. So 5 years and 5 eligibility. Either let's see it's right here. It's the criteria would be here we go. It is 5 years of high school graduation, or an athlete's 19th birthday is when it starts. So you graduate in 2026 in theory. You just graduated, so you have until 2031 to get them in. 5 years of playing, or your 19th birthday, whichever comes first.
Does
So
that have those kids retro, that started college in 22 and
there's the
23 and
catch.
24?
There's the catch. So the new rule eliminates red shirts, and it says, let's see, I got it right here. Very, very good point. It says, here it is. So players, change comes with complications. Many college athletes redshirt right now to retain eligibility. Fourth-year seniors and recent college graduates could suddenly petition the NCAA for their final year of eligibility or even go to court.
Yeah.
So they can retro, from here going forward, this is the new rule. Going backwards, if you just had a guy redshirt last year because of an injury, what do you do with him? Is he out?
Yeah.
So I guess he's going to, and it says you have until July 31st to petition the NCAA on a case-by-case. But a blanket statement starting from here out going forward is 5 and 5. 5 years eligibility and 5 years of playing.
I guess if you started in 22, you'd still be within your 5-year window,
Mm-hmm.
but you would be out of eligibility after 26.
2026. Yeah. In essence, in that case, you have one more year of playing, right?
Well, does it go back and catch those kids? That's what I'm asking. Or is
Yeah.
it just starting from today? You have 5 years.
There you go. So it gets a little muddy there. So anyway, that's what the new ruling is. It got started with President Trump as they've enacted it and put it in law, and so that's new became effective yesterday. So let's see, Brendan Sorsby, NFL supplemental draft. They said no, we're not going to have one this year. So he has to wait till April now, like everybody else. He can't go back to Texas Tech. He can't. They're not going to have an NFL supplemental draft. His attorney says is against the collective bargaining agreement. We're going to sue. We'll see. So basically, right now he's out unless he goes to play semi-pro or the Canadian Football League or whatever. So, what's your take on all that?
I think actions have consequences.
There you go.
So, the judge in Texas was the biggest joke in America.
There you go.
The fact that he was trying to rule that actions don't have consequences, but
Yeah,
they do.
They do.
And I was glad to see. I mean, let's just be honest. It's not always all these coaches were preaching for the sanctity of the game. They were doing it for competitive reasons. I could be wrong, but at least common
But you're
sense
not.
prevailed.
Yeah.
And, if you bet on college football, you shouldn't be able to play college football.
Pretty simple, pretty cut and dry. And I think NFL picked up on that, and I mean, they really sent him a letter saying the reasons why they were going to start a supplemental draft or have one, basically for him. And here's the reasons why they outlined it: accountability, misconduct, you didn't do things right. So I think nobody wants to deal with this guy. I think it's like, unfortunate, but again, consequences for your choices. As I said earlier in the show before you got here, the biggest thing with me with Brendan Sorsby, okay, you're a high school kid one time, you're a college kid, you did stupid stuff, I did stupid stuff. Everybody does it. Well, maybe you didn't, but I did stupid stuff growing up. It's like, okay. So once or twice, I get it. Thousands of times, and the one that got me, as I said earlier in the show, is he actually used other family members' names to place a bet. That's how bad an addiction this kid had. So it's pretty deep what he's dealing with as far as what he's trying to control. Can you get fixed in 35 days in the gambling rehab clinic? I don't think so, but the NFL apparently doesn't think so either. So they were pretty harsh, if that's the right adjective, to their rebuttal to here's why you're not going to have an NFL draft and bring you guys into play. Because the Jets are really hanging. They were really, I mean, they need a quarterback. And it's okay, we're probably going to take a chance on this guy. So anyway, the NFL said no.
It's an integrity of the game thing. I mean, because you can't really watch and enjoy the game if you feel like the game's being fixed one way or the other. And, a lot of these kids have taken, handouts from bettors to, in basketball, point shaving and all these things. And, the integrity of the game, I'm not a fan. I think it is a privilege to play sports in college or in the pros. And they should be harsher on these people with domestic assaults and everything else too. But they're not going to, but they'll go back to the integrity of the game and say those guys can play because it's not an integrity of the game kind of thing. I'm a UT football fan, but James Pierce is in camp with the Falcons right now, and he tried to run his girlfriend off the road and ran over a cop, and he's practicing
with the Falcons.
Yeah.
Now, if you and I did that, they'd be looking for the key to the jailhouse probably. So because there's a different set of standards, no question, with athletes, and right or wrong, it's the way it is. So, and I agree, this was an integrity of the game decision, and I applaud the NFL for once they got it right. again, if the kid walked in there, I'd sit down. I'd love to talk to Brendan Swords. I have no axe to grind with the guy at all. But I'm just sitting here in East Tennessee reacting to what he did, purely going with the facts. And so, and he messed up. And he really put a damper on the integrity of the game. It's already got a black mark, in my opinion. But to openly gamble on the team that you played for, I mean, you just can't do that. And so,
well, he had to know it was wrong if he was going to his mama's account or his cousin's account or Tom Taylor's account or
that's it.
You don't try to hide it if you think what you're doing is right.
That's it. Real simple.
Yeah.
Mr. McKeon nailed it. Where's that bell? Bing! I give you the bell. I went to the place. They don't have any bells anymore. How do you not have a bell? I got to find a bell. So, anyway, I would hit that bell. Ding! You're exactly right. Now your Braves. It's down to 5.5. The Phillies. The Braves lost 3 in a row, 7 out of 10. As I was talking to Andrew about it, you got 4 starters on the shelf. Wentz won't be back this year. You got Swellenbach, you got Shawver Smith, and you got Strider now all on the IL in the pitching starting rotation. You got Preston tonight against the Padres. You got Sale. You've got Grant Holmes. That's 3. Who's your other starters?
There was
Richie?
Richie kid pitched the other night.
That's 4. I don't know who your 5th guy is, but
it's just a Band-Aid at this point. Yeah.
They just have a 4-man rotation, right?
Well, no, they've got to be throwing 5.
They have to be somebody else.
Yeah, but they're just probably rolling them in and out. I haven't.
McKeon, Taylor,
whatever. Yeah. I've got a couple screws in my elbow. I'll be fine.
Yeah. Which he does. So put him out there and see what he can do. Give me a couple innings. So offense is quieted pretty quickly. They are 8 and 9. They are 8 and 9 in the month of June. So they're struggling. What's the reason? What's the answer?
Health. I mean, it's got to be health. You got to get healthy. I mean, I think they were playing a little over their head anyway at the beginning of the year. I don't think that they were ever intended to be the best team in baseball, but we were for a while and got a nice lead over the Phillies and the Mets and the whole division and took off great, which was a good thing because, like I said, we're coming back a little bit. Acuna's been in and out of the lineup. Albies is having a real good year. Still, I mean, the Dubon guy that we picked up from the Astros has been huge for us, filling in different spots. Matt Olson's having a good year. Drake Baldwin was hurt for a little while. He's back now, so that'll help. Michael Harris is having a great year.
Yep.
So, I mean, if these guys just play to about what their level they should play, they'll be fine. They don't have to play over their head, but they can't play under their level of ability either.
If you're Phillies ownership, does Don Mattingly, has he earned the right to take that interim tag off and just be the manager?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Andrew said they'll probably wait till the end of the season, which I guess they could, but I mean, he's earned it. I mean, this has been a total. I mean, they came out of the gate just playing like dogs, the Phillies. They made the managerial change, brought Mattingly in, and voila. I mean, last night they had 2 outs and 2 strikes and scored 8 runs on 8 hits and beat the Nationals.
14-9 or something like
14-9,
that.
14-9, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen I saw a stat, and I'm assuming it's accurate, comparing Kyle Schwarber to Lance Berkman through the first so many games of their career? Lance Berkman's numbers are hands down better than Kyle Schwarber's. It's amazing. And you don't think of Lance Berkman as any kind of, I mean, he was good, really, really good. But, you don't think of him as a Hall of Famer. He actually only got less than 2% of the vote in the Hall of Fame and is no longer on the ballot. But everybody talks like Kyle Schwarber is going to be a Hall of Famer. So it'll be interesting to see, if a guy hits 226 or whatever his lifetime average is with 500 home runs, do you get in? It's
a great point.
Yeah.
Very good point. You look at, of course, we're at the halfway point of Major League Baseball. Obviously, I would think the Cinderella story of the year is the Chicago White Sox.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, they lost 100 games last year.
They were terrible last year, and they're having a really good year this year. I think that's easily the story of the year.
The disappointments, I would think, would be the Mets and the Red Sox. They're both. In fact, I got a story where the owner, Steve Cohen of the Mets, said, "I'm a little frustrated with our team." I'm thinking, yeah, I think. I mean, they're in they're in last place in the East. I got the standings down here, and they're in trouble. So, and the Red Sox have not done what they're supposed to do. So, what's right here? So,
I think the Blue Jays, they're down a little bit this year.
That's another
people weren't expecting them. They were expecting big things because that World Series was phenomenal last year. Guerrero has not hit for much power. He's got a great average, but he's not hit for much power. So they've really struggled.
Mets 34 and 44. They are 14 and a half games out of first place. So they are struggling, to say the least. And let's see the standings for where are we here? We are the Mets are 34 and 44. They're 14 games out. They've lost 3 in a row and 6 out of 10. Soto got hurt last night. He went out of the game in the 4th inning with stiff back. So, so the NL divisions aren't very competitive right now, but the American League, Yankees, the 3-game lead, they get a little bit of space with Tampa Bay. White Sox and Cleveland a game apart. Seattle, the Athletics, and Texas. Seattle leads the A's and Texas by 2.5.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty tight race. In the National League, of course, it's down to 5.5. At one point, it's a double-digit lead. Braves lost 3 in a row, 7 out of 10. Phillies have won 6 out of 10. There's your team. They're amazing.
They're always there.
They've won 3 in a row and 6 out of 10. The Milwaukee Brewers, 48 and 29. If you told me, besides Mazeroski, I'm not even sure who's the offensive firepower for the Brewers. I couldn't tell you. I have no clue. I know Woodruff's a great pitcher, Mazeroski, but as far as a guy that's the offensive cat,
yeah.
And here they are, 48 and 29. They lost Priester last year. They lost Freddie Peralta last year, 2 big frontline pitchers.
They
and
still
they're
have
48 and 29.
Christian Yelich, I think he's still on their team.
Mm-hmm. So they're 48 and 29. They lead the Cardinals by 6? And the Dodgers are getting ready to crank it up. They've won 2 in a row and 7 out of 10. And they're talking about getting Tariq Skubal in the trade deadline to go get
that's
him.
Crazy. That's another team that's disappointing, the Tigers.
Yes,
I think
exactly
everybody
right.
expected them to be better this year.
Yeah, the ownership did.
They picked up Valdez from the Astros, trying to have a 1-2 combination with Skubal, and
didn't work. It's not working.
Well, they're not hitting at all.
Detroit is 34 and 45. They are 7.5 out right now in a very weak American League Central Division, to say the least.
Yeah.
So, what's going on with Carter County Bank?
Well, we're getting ready for the East Tennessee Amateur, William B. Green Jr. East Tennessee Amateur. That'll be July 10th, 11th, and 12th. So that's coming up. We've got right around 100 people signed up so far. So we're hoping to get that number up to 130, 140. So hopefully there's still a few people still to come in. We did move the date from the 4th of July weekend to the second weekend just to allow people to be home with their families on the 4th of July weekend. So we might have lost a few people that were typically playing around that, and but hopefully we pick up a few that weren't going to be able to play because of 4th of July and family obligations. So hopefully we come in with 140 golfers, but you never know what that number is going to come out to be.
I applaud your decision. The guys can, I guess ladies too, but the guys can, it's all guys, isn't it?
No, it's
covered.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys or ladies, they can be with their families on the 4th like they should be, and they can play golf the week after. I agree. I applaud you for that. So just another reason to keep families separated. So they're going to play. That's awesome. It will be where?
It's going to be at the Elizabethton Golf Course.
Mhm.
Yep. So it's an all-day event on on Friday, Saturday. They do have a cut on Sunday to get down the championship flight down to 36 golfers, but it's still we'll hand out trophies somewhere usually around 4:30, 5 o'clock, depending on the weather, and how many people actually make the cut because it's 36 people in ties.
Too late to get signed up?
Oh no, you can sign up all the way up to the week of the tournament. So we're still accepting applications, and I've been sending out a few texts to some people just around the area in North Carolina that I know, just seeing if they know people that would want to come over and play. It's a great event.
It is a great event. You guys do a great job doing it. You run a first-class tournament. Again, the dates are
July 10th, 11th, and 12th.
July 10th, 11th, and 12th. If you'd like to be a part of that, just call the bank, or how do we?
Well, actually, we do have a website, on Facebook, William B. Green Jr. East Tennessee Amateur. But you can also go by the golf course and talk to Jackson Holly or one of those guys over there, and they'll get you hooked up.
Get you hooked up, ready
It's
to
all
go.
it's online this year. We put a link up this year to take some of the pressure off of the golf course. That way, everybody's not going in there to register. They can just do the link online and pay online, so they can just get it all done without even having to stop by the golf course.
Wow.
But for the price, you get if you make the cut, you get 3 rounds of golf, 3 meals, 1 practice round. So it's really a good deal.
It's July 10th, 11th, and 12th. It will be the East Tennessee Amateur, brought to you by
Carter County Bank.
Carter County Bank. Yep. Good job.
Well, thank you, sir.
A manatee right past me.
Yep, I'll send you the video.
I want to see that because I'm thinking, not a chance. I'm out.
All right.
So they're big too, aren't they? What'd you say, 7 foot?
I went up to it and stretched out my arms. It was longer than my arms.
He lets you get that close?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's underwater, but I was just standing there and just trying to see how long it was, and it was it was, what they say, your wingspan's typically your height.
Mhm.
So that's 6'1", and it was bigger than that.
So this manatee's there beside you in the water, and he slowed down long enough? Or
No, I
she?
just walk along beside it.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
they don't swim that fast. Yeah. So it just chilled. It was funny. It went. It was near the sandbar, and I thought it was going to beach itself. It was going straight towards the shore. So at one point there was 10 or 15 people just walking along, and the whole shoreline was just following it down the shore. It was pretty neat.
Yeah. Heading to the
Yep.
shore. Going,
Yep.
Heading to the towels.
Yep.
To the chair. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's okay. So, are you a sissy? I don't guess.
No, it's just.
I'm
I
not
mean, it's
about
no
me.
different.
Am I a sissy? Probably so. If that qualifies me to be a sissy, when a manatee swims right by me right here, yeah, I'm heading in. So, I think I've had enough water today. I'm
Well.
looking for a snack up there at the chairs. So, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. We got more sports. Thanks again, sir, as always.
I always enjoy it.
Love this guy. He's awesome. We'll be right back. In fact, in the month of August, what's the name of that place we go eat at? In
We
Boone?
went to Peppers.
Peppers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We always go to Peppers. We'll be going to Boone in August to do a show there at App State. And what's the name of the bank there?
Mountain Community
Mountain
Bank.
Community Bank. Yep. MCB. We'll be over there. We did it last year. Go over there and get ready to kick off the season with the Appalachian State Mountaineers, who are supposed to have a good year this year. So they got a lot of guys into the transfer portal. So we'll be over there in August. And we'll go to Peppers. That's a really cool place to eat. Anywhere to go hang out with this guy's a good place to eat. So quick break. We'll be right back. More sports and also Dr. Carter after this on the Tom Taylor Sports. Tell us why. A lot of real estate companies out there. Why David Collins and Collins and Company?
Well, we service before and after the sale. I think that's a big thing. And follow through on phone calls. I think, and I have a lot of people just comment on how professional our website is, how professional our agents are, and what we do, and how we follow through with things. For instance, I'm not telling the name of a real estate company or anything like that. That's had a buyer that bought one of our houses through another agency, and she just called me. She said, my agent didn't show up at closing, didn't bring me any keys, we didn't do a final walkthrough. That's pretty sad. And, I just want to let folks know, you come here, you're going to get service, follow through. We're going to work through with you, follow you through the process, help you through the process. You don't have a lender. We've got lenders we recommend, attorneys for closing we recommend, and you get full service here.
End of story. Full service. Phone number to call?
423-543-5741.
A 97% closing ratio, folks. Collins and Company, great sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. The Eagle Center, downtown Elizabethton, great antique store. Why come shop at the Eagle Center?
We just have so many unique things that tell a story, that add character to your home and conversation, and there's something new to look at every single day. Every time you come in, you won't see the same thing twice, and it's just a good place to shop for those unique gifts.
What's the saying you always use, the cliche?
Things tell a story when people no longer can.
That's it.
We have a building full of things that are just dying to tell stories.
Absolutely. 2 floors, over 50 vendors. Hours are open.
We're open 10 to 5 Monday through Saturday.
Closed on Sundays for the Lord's Day.
That's right.
And you have gift cards too, right?
We have gift cards available.
Yep. The Eagle Center, downtown Elizabeth, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Be loyal, buy local, and shop at the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabethton.
Thank you, Tom.
We're talking to our buddy Dr. Eric Carter from Lingerfeld Drug Center, one of our proud sponsors of the show and Cyclone Sports. A lot of pharmacies out there, a lot of drugstores out there. Why, in your humble opinion, should we come and trade at Lingerfeld Drug Center?
Yes, I think our customers are our family. we treat people how I'd want my family to be treated. And that's, we can come in after hours for you if you need, or deliver to you. I think we just go the extra mile. A lot of times at a big chain or something, if you need a refill and it's out of refills, it's too bad. But we'll call the doctor, send them messages, and keep bothering them until they get them sent in to us. So we want to do everything we can to make sure our customers have their medicine and are happy.
Customer service, folks. Again, Lingerfield Drug Center down here beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, look who stopped by, our buddy, the John City Press sports writer, our buddy Jeff Birchfield. Good morning, or now good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Tom.
Yes, saw you Sunday. Thank you for coming. Appreciate that. He was with us in the congregation. Man, what a pretty church. The stained glass at Sinking Creek Baptist Church is beautiful. Inside's beautiful. It's dark. I guess it's mahogany wood. I don't know what the color of the wood is, but it's beautiful. And so I had a good time there, and Jeff was there. Appreciate that. Hello, your mama's watching. Hello, Carolyn. Banana pudding. Banana pudding. Is it okay to pander for food with your mama?
Hey, I guess that's between you and her.
Oh, yes. Man, was that good. Now you got me on running a rabbit trail. Think about that banana pudding with your mama. She made that for me, and it was still hot. I don't know if I've ever had a hot banana pudding. I guess that was the best part about it. That and the fact she made you go get the bananas. That's the best part about it. I made Jeff go get the bananas for you. I said, you made your son go get the bananas for me? Why, yes. I made him go do it, and you did.
I did.
Mama says that, you go do it, right?
That's right. I have to take care of her.
Yeah, that's
for
it.
Sure.
Do what Mama says. All right, so we look at NASCAR. First off, you've been this morning at East Tennessee State football practice. Tell us about the Bucks. What's going on?
Well, the Bucks, not in pads yet. Obviously, they're still, just going through like some drills and all that. But three of the quarterbacks, it's probably going to be the fall before they decide on the starting quarterback. I know Mason Mims and Jaden Davis and Jake McNamara all, looked pretty good with some throws and all this morning. So I stand there next to Will Healy. We were just going over the team. So coming up the next few days in the press, we'll have some stories, about ETSU position by position there.
Who's the big team they play this year? North Carolina?
Yeah, North Carolina play them on September 12th. I will not be at that game. Actually, that's the day my son and his fiance are getting married. So, that'll be good, though.
You ain't wearing shorts, are you?
No, I'll have to
clean up a little bit.
Clean up just a tad.
Just a tad. He'll get spruced up. So that's good stuff. Now he's married off. One's getting ready to marry off the other one. So now just wait till we start having grandbabies. That's when you'll be going over the top bananas. Get to be, what do you want them to call you when you have them? You ain't got them yet. But Papa, Granddad, or
yeah, I'll be
Paps?
fine with any of that, actually. But I still just enjoy my kids. They come out there Sunday for Father's Day, and we grilled burgers and hot dogs and made s'mores and all that.
That's
just
awesome.
Had a good time.
That's awesome. Good job. He's a great daddy. All right, so NASCAR. We have the initial road course race last week at the Coronado Naval Base in San Diego. What did you think? Give me an overview of the whole thing.
Well, it was a mess at times. They had the big pile up, but in a way that worked out well. I think a lot of people a little tired of SVG winning every road course race, so his record's really remarkable. I think he's now 7 wins in 16 races. Tony Stewart's second on the all-time list, had 8 wins in 24 races, and Jeff Gordon's got the most road course wins with 9, but it took him over 40 races to do that. So what SVG's done's been incredible. But then I think, it's coming out party, obviously, for, Corey Heim. We've been talking the last year. You asked me a lot of times, who's going to be the next big star, thinking the sport. And Corey Heim's just super talented, as you saw. He won by like over 10 seconds over Bubba Wallace in second place, who was sort of lucky to be back in the mix because he had fallen, a couple laps down and all.
So Corey Heim wins his first race, and the first race on this road course per se in San Diego. Ben Kennedy came out, the CEO of NASCAR this week, and said, look for more road course racing. They like it, and so this was a unique situation in San Diego. It was sold out. I think I read where 67% of the ticket purchasers at this race were first-time NASCAR fans, which is they're trying to expand the footprint. So we're going to see more of that. You agree or disagree with it?
Well, I mean, you and I neither one are big fans of road
No.
course racing
No.
for one, but that is a way they can get into some larger markets without having to build build whole track and all. So, and it's pretty cool to sit on a naval base. But I'm not I'm an oval track guy, especially short track guy. So I'm more excited about next month when they go back to North Wilkesboro.
Yep. So you look at Sonoma, where they're going to be this week. It's the Save Mart 350. And so it goes like this. Your track qualifying record, Joey Logano, at 97, almost 98 miles an hour back in 2024. The track race record was Clint Boyer in a Toyota back, 14 years ago. The winner last year on the pole, and he went on to win the race, SVGs, he calls him, Shane Van Gisbergen. So everybody's back out there. They stay in Cal. Do they go out and come back from North Carolina? They just stay out there since it's back-to-back races in California.
I would say it probably depends on, if they had damage to, some of the cars and all that. I mean, probably some of them did have to, bring some equipment back and all, but I would think a lot of the teams probably did have it worked out where they were able to, work on the, cars and all, like while they're out there in California.
See you tomorrow, buddy.
See you tomorrow at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings.
See you tomorrow, buddy.
17th show tomorrow at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings.
You got it. You and Papa Bear have a good day. He got him some Skittles. He was just gaga. He loves candy, and so he got him a bag of Skittles from right here at the candy counter at Lingerfeld Drug Center. So you roll back into Sonoma. So when they take a new car or send a new car back, they fly it out there, they truck it out there.
I'm sure they truck it out there. I would assume. Now, I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think they'd probably truck it out there.
Put in a semi and take off driving.
Yeah, and they'd probably have a semi, waiting to as soon as it's ready to, head straight back. So I'm sure it'd be a quick turnaround with the way those guys work on this stuff.
Absolutely.
One thing though is saying road course racing. I'm not a big fan, but of the road courses, my favorite probably is Sonoma. It's a little shorter than some of the other road courses and produced better racing over the years.
So I've asked you this before. We're talking to Jeff, of course, talking about NASCAR. So what's the appeal? Why does NASCAR continue to push that envelope when that's not really NASCAR racing, at least not the way it's short track and super speedways for you and I. That's the ones we like. And I think most folks would agree in that. But yet they continue to go in that direction. Why do they think it's appealing, or what is the appeal, I guess?
Well, I think you mentioned Ben Kennedy. He's a young guy that's running that. And I think he's, like you said, over and over and over, they're trying to get that younger demographic, but you're always having the danger of pushing away your older demographic, and that's the same way with the TV contracts and all that, like Amazon Prime. A lot of your older folks don't subscribe to that or anything. So it's like anything in life, there's good points and bad points. But to me, I mean, I'd like to see it stay more with the traditional racing and the fans and all that. But
well, at 67% of those ticket purchasers last weekend were first-timers. So what I would like to see, I guess you can find it out, age demographic. Was it young people? Was it baby boomers? Was it senior citizens? Who bought the tickets and was at the race in San Diego, Coronado? And I'm going to bet you, without looking, that it was not the younger crowd. I could be wrong, but I don't see the younger crowd. And I say younger, I'm talking... I don't count parents taking kids to the race. I'm talking folks from 18 maybe to 25, that particular group, to Gen X, whatever they call them. I just don't see them hooking on to NASCAR. Maybe I'm wrong. I know that's what they want because that's the future of the sport. Get those youngsters, young people plugged in and get them to be loyal fans. But that's what I'd like to see, the breakdown of the age demographic as to who was there for that race and across the board NASCAR in general. Who's watching the race right now in person, not on TV, but in person, who's buying the tickets and going and clicking the turnstiles. When you look up at the Speedway in Bristol, if you had to just kind of step back, and of course you're up in the press box a lot, but you're down in the crowd some, do you see young people, not by definition, 18 to 25-year-olds? You see a lot of them or not?
Not a ton of those, but I do think there's a pretty good mix, at Bristol. You see a lot of people probably in their like I said, late 20s to, 45 or whatever, you see a lot of those in the stands. But to me, to grow the sport, I mean, I know it's great to have, some of these new venues, and they want to take it to the, actual city and all. Like Denver's a place they keep on talking about, Denver, Colorado. But, to me, the biggest appeal, NASCAR, if you do keep it more the traditional tracks and all, and the beating and banging on the short tracks and the drafting at the big tracks, that's the thing that's always appealed to, the race fans in the past. And it's not just, been just the geography and all, but I understand there's so many companies that want that Southern California market, they want some type of deal. And that's why, they had the preseason clash out at the Los Angeles Coliseum there for about 3 years.
They did to capture the Southern California, the LA market, the Southern California crowd. You're exactly right.
Yeah,
So
and California Speedway, obviously, now is being torn down and all, so it didn't really pan out like they said it was going to.
no, didn't work out. They missed that one. So they're in Sonoma this weekend for the Save Mart 350. Then they come back our way, and July is a big month in NASCAR, and so we'll talk about that next week when the NASCAR boys will be coming back and ladies will be coming back our way. So, what else you working on right now? You busy?
Oh yeah, very busy. A lot of local short track racing. Had the stuff from Lonesome Pine. Keith Helton, actually, Kingsport Racer won both features up at Lonesome Pine the other night, and he had a Kyle Busch tribute look, as a black car with the number 8 font like Kyle ran at RCR here those last few years. Also was at Bristol Dragway over the weekend. The NHRA Thunder Valley Nationals were gone, but the local guys racing the DER Bracket Series, gave those guys some publicity in today's papers. So, grab those. I got a feature coming on Danny Avery, a guy here from Elizabeth and played ball at Science Hill, and his son, how he's passing on his love for basketball and racing, to his son. Been working on ETSU basketball, ETSU football. So, we're trying to keep a lot of good summer content,
Yep. Football will be around in 58 days, high school football. So I was just telling Andrews here earlier, come off this dead week starting July 6th. It's pedal to the metal to all the sports in the fall. And so that would include football and volleyball and boys and girls cross country, boys and girls golf, and girls soccer. So that'll be the fall sports. Will be hot and heavy on the 6th. Everybody's in practice mode and high gear, and that also means a football tab coming too, right?
Oh, yeah. Seems like this stuff starts earlier and earlier. I know our first football media day is like July 16th, which is about a week earlier than I can ever remember it being.
Wow.
So it's just like it's almost 12 months a year anymore. It's just crazy.
It is. But you guys do a great job covering everything you can cover for not a whole lot of manpower. You do a good job.
Well, I appreciate it. And we've got, actually, if someone sees me out, we've got some cards to take a free survey because we want our readers, what do they want to read in the paper. So it takes a few minutes, but it's free. And then you're eligible to win, some prizes and all that as well, if you'll take the survey.
Take the survey? Yep. Banana pudding.
I don't think the banana pudding's on that, but I think there is like $200 cash. I think it's the
Ain't no banana
biggest
pudding.
prize. She might make a pan for $200 though.
Forget that. Just make one for me. Banana pudding. I'm trying to talk to her because she's watching Subliminal. Banana pudding. Banana pudding. Banana pudding. Thank you, sir. You're a good one. See you next week.
All right, sounds good.
Quick break. We'll be right back. Dr. Carter will come back to wrap it up. Got some more sports for you. Don't go away on the Tom Taylor Sports.
Our success is your success. At Northeast Community Credit Union, we know the importance of taking care of your family and building our community. Are you remodeling your home, trading cars for your next road trip, or maybe you're considering an in-ground pool or a boat for the lake? Our loans are easy, fast, and convenient with the lowest payments around. Act now before rates go up. Apply online at bmycu.org, call us, or come see us in Elizabethton, Johnson City, or Rome Mountain. We have the loan you need.
Therapy Services, great sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Why Physical Therapy Services? A lot of folks out there that do what you do. Why PTS?
Nobody does it the way that we do it. There are other people out there that say that they are, and I want to air quote, sports PTs. There's no one out there that is truly a sports physical therapy clinic. We've been in business since 1980, and we continue to be in business after people have been bought and sold, folded. The reason why we continue to stay in business is twofold. Number one, we're a little crazy, which is fun. But number two, and the most important thing, is we always take care of the patient first. You take care of the patient first. This is what my dad always taught me. You take care of the patient first, everything else will fall into place.
Locations? Where do you have locations?
1975 West Elk Avenue. That's where my clinic is, where I work primarily. And then we have a pediatric location as well at the Medical Care Building at 1500 West Elk Avenue.
Physical Therapy Services. Last question, real quick. What's the phone number?
423-543-0073.
Physical Therapy Services, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we'll take a look at Major League Baseball, the schedule, and coming up some NASCAR news and Ohio State Buckeye news, some college football news, and the Falcons. We got that coming up. Dr. Carter's back. Again, we're here because of him, and so it's getting ready to get hot out there next week in the 90s. Yeah, so going to be hot, so you want to be able to hydrate yourself, and you don't want to overheat yourself. I think they always say don't wear black and don't go out and do strenuous activities between 10 and 4, which is the hottest part of the day. But you've got things to make sure we can hydrate ourselves. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so whenever you're out there working and sweating, people think they're going to just chug 5 bottles of water and stay hydrated. And water is better than nothing. But when you're sweating a lot, really overheated, whatever you drink water, usually you pee right back out. So these liquid IVs are similar to like a Gatorade or Powerade. You just put these little powder packs in a cup of water or bottle of water, and it's the perfect blend of salts and sugars to help you retain that fluid that you drink. So you're not just peeing it out, it's actually staying in you and hydrating you.
So you get, 6 packets here? Yeah, 6 packets, one a day, I guess. So you get 6 packets, lemon lime sugar-free for, $13.89 here in Lincolnville. So roughly $2 a packet, and it works. Liquid IV, there's that one, and then here is the strawberry flavored. And same thing, just pour it in some water.
Yep.
20 ounces water, I guess.
Or just like a 12-ounce bottle,
12-ounce
or however
bottle.
you want to.
Yeah. And that's strawberry. I'm going to get that myself. Strawberry, electrolyte drink mix, hydration multiplier, faster hydration than water alone, scientifically formulated 8 vitamins and nutrients. And so there it is. And it has 100% of your daily value.
And so
you sell a lot of
what
these?
We do, and especially this time of year, that's something you can almost kind of drink it if you know you're about to go outside and start sweating, or if you're not quite as prepared, which is usually me, you can go outside, work yourself about to death, and then crawl inside and mix you one up.
There you go.
But these right here, we've been getting a lot of requests for lately. So this is a lot of times older people or people with diabetes, but you get outside, start working in the flower beds, this or that, forget to eat, and your sugar drops. So we've got this and then some tablets coming up, but this right here is gel, and so all that is just straight sugar. So say, you could keep this for yourself, or if you've got a family member that's diabetic, you could keep it for them. But if your sugar starts dropping, you start feeling like you're going to pass out, you just tear the top off that, squeeze the whole thing in your mouth, and where that's a gel, you don't have to chew it or anything. It just absorbs straight in under your tongue.
Fruit punch, glucose gel. 15 grams of fast-acting carbohydrates. Raises low blood sugar and boosts energy. $3 a packet. Can't beat that. Glucose gel.
Yeah, and that's, a lot of times it's not, but low sugar could be life-threatening. A lot of times you feel real weak and you can kind of sit down and it'll come back eventually. But if you're outside working and go down, you can be down. So that's something that's, if you're diabetic, it's good to have that around.
So these are the gel packs for $3. Put it right in your mouth.
Yep.
And you got these glucose tablets. And this is orange flavor and grape flavor. Tell us about these.
Yeah, and those are same strength as that gel packet, except these are just a chewable tablet. So if your sugar starts dropping, you'll take 4 of those and just chew them up and swallow them. That gets your sugar up quick. So a lot of people, if your sugar starts dropping, they say half a cup of juice, a soda, or a candy bar is great to bring your sugar up, and that is true. But where your body's got to metabolize that stuff and actually get the sugar broken down, it takes about half an hour for that stuff to actually get your sugar back up. But this stuff where it's just straight sugar, it's about 5 minutes and your sugar's back on the rise.
So either one of these are good. Which one would you recommend, the gel or the tablets?
Tablets, I think, would be easier for me to take, but that's something, the gel, you don't have to chew and stuff like that. You just squirt it. So if I was feeling woozy, that gel probably would be easier to get in me.
I love him. Woozy, yep. I ain't heard that in a long time. Be a little woozy. So either way you can go. These, by the way, 50 of these for a whopping $7.29 here at Lingerfield Drug Center, downtown Elizabeth, right beside Carter County Bank. All right, so there's your hydration is what you need to do with the liquid IV. So you can put in the packets of either strawberry or lemon lime sugar-free. You got those and got the glucose, and now you roll into, what'd you say your wife said earlier? If it's leaves of 3, stay away from me or something?
Let it be. Ooh, stay away from me. I like that too. I'll use them both, yeah.
Leaves of 3.
Leave it be.
Leave it be is what Mama says. So here we go. This, and I know several people. In fact, I was going to call you over the weekend. I was like, I'm not going to do it. I know someone who really got into poison ivy. They had big boils that looked like big pimples in their arms, or they got onto it. And I started budging. I thought, nah, I ain't calling him on Sunday because I was going to help him out. Removes poison ivy and oak oils. This is an outdoor skin cleanser. This is from TechNude. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, so this one, the kind of 2 approaches to treating poison ivy is either treat it after the rash comes up or before. And so this bottle you've got here is for before. So that's something I've been out in the yard. I know I've touched poison ivy. I'm going to come right inside and use this. But what it is a special type of soap that helps get that poison ivy oil or poison sumac oak. The oil of it is what gives you the skin rashes. So this helps get that oil off your skin. And that's something a lot of people don't think about. If you're like with me, where I know I get into it, is I'll be clipping vines and stuff like that up in the woods. Poison ivy's all over my clippers, and then I'll go and touch that. You don't have to touch the plant necessarily. You can just touch something that has gotten the oil on it, but you can wash, you can rinse backpacks off, tools off yourself. That'll get the oil off anything and keep it from getting you.
Skin, pets, clothes, tools, skunk, sap.
Skunk, yeah. We talked about that last month. Yeah, I'd forgot about that. So
it'll get rid of the skunk smell too?
Yeah, sure does.
So this goes, this is a bottle which is 12 ounces for less than $20, $17.49. And if it works, it's what you want. It does work. You wouldn't be selling it, so it does work. And this one's called Zanfel, if I'm saying it right. Washes away poison ivy, oak, and sumac from the skin and relieves itching. Indicated for use after outbreak of the rash. Tell us about this one.
So that one is if you've not got it off of you in time and a rash has set in. This is what I usually end up using, but it's a real gritty scrub. And what you do is get in the shower and scrub it real hard onto that poison ivy rash, and it'll kind of open up those blisters a little bit, let the medicine get down in there and dry it out. But that's something you could be covered in poison ivy. Use this one time, and I think it says on the side there, relief in 30 minutes.
It does, 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's something you can scrub it in there. Itching is gone. And with me, a lot of times next day, the rashes, poison ivy, you'll see it scab and dry up and be gone. Next day, it's healing. So that's something, it's expensive, but it takes care of it.
Steroid shots. for poison ivy. Can you do those if need be?
We can't do those. That's something got to go to a doctor for.
Gotcha.
But that's
But you don't need it. We got this, right? Xanafel.
hopefully so. That's poison ivy depends on some people's more allergic than others, or especially the location. You know, if it's getting on your face or private parts, you don't really want to be scrubbing that cream near it. So steroid shots or a steroid pack from the doctor may be better for you.
Yep. It says safe for the face and genitals. So there you go. Safe for use by children and whatever. It's tags on there. So wet the affected areas. Squeeze 1 to 1.5 inches onto the palm, and then again wet the hand and rub this and scrub it, and that's going to make it. It says it works in 30 seconds. Xanafel. Retail price of this tube is $43.89, and that's because this is the bomb, isn't it? It works.
And that's something, that tube right there will last me 2 or 3 years.
Oh, really?
Because that's something where it does work that first time. You know, it's not like itch cream where you got to keep using. That inch out of that tube will take care of you. So, as long as you don't lose it.
There you go. So, what's the name of that? What was the name of that little dab will do you? Brill cream. Remember? You're not old enough for Brill cream, but just a little dab will do you. So, just a little bit of Xanafel works.
So, that's Jimmy Buffett's song, Juicy Fruit.
Juicy.
That song's how I know of it.
I love this guy. All right, yep, you're right. Juicy Fruit with Buffett. Now, ticks are out there. Flying, of course, mosquitoes are out there. Bees are out there. You got chiggers are out there. Here is Natrapel, the tick and insect repellent. Family protection goes for $10.49. 12 hours of worry-free protection. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this one is safe for little kids to use. It's DEET-free. But this bug sprays we've got here is safe spray on clothes. You can spray it on pets. This one you can spray on your whole family, small kids and stuff. But it's good for gnats, mosquitoes, flies. It keeps the ticks off of you. This time of year, they're out everywhere. So that's something if you're out hiking, you know, you don't want to spend your day itching and seeing welts pop up on you. So these are good to have around all summer.
12 hours of worry-free protection. Again, it's Natrapels. Well, you see the name of it right there, Natrapel. And it goes for $10.49. Awesome. So so then this one is the old Deep Woods long-lasting protection. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, so this one has the DEET in it. It's a little bit stronger, but this one probably is more for adults than kids. But it is the best if you're out in the woods all day, you know, not just the grass or things like that, where you'll have ticks coming down on your head, and that'll protect you the best. And something we've had a few people asking about this past month is, I've got a tick on me, what do I need to do? And good advice on that is ticks can crawl on your skin for days before they actually latch in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If ticks aren't latched in, you can just throw them away. There's no harm done. But if they're burrowed into your skin, the best way to get them out is if you take a sewing needle and heat it up with a lighter. You can poke them into that tick, and it'll release out of you. But what's always good to tell people is if you do have a tick that's burrowed into you, when you get it out, put it in a Ziploc bag in the freezer. So that's something 9 times out of 10, you'll heal up no problem. But say, you know, you start feeling achy, feverish, stuff like that, you'll have that tick. They can test it for Lyme disease. And that way, you know, that'd save you a lot of trouble diagnosing and antibiotic trials. That's something that could save you a lot of unpleasantness, having that saved there.
So if a tick has burrowed into your skin, take a needle, heat the needle, and just touch it, and that tick will pull out. You'll release. The heat will pull it out of there.
And that's something, once it's burrowed into you, you know, if you're trying to pull it out with tweezers or something like that, what happens is you'll pull the body, but that head or the pinchers will get
Stay
stuck
in there.
under there. Yeah, cause
That's
infection.
not good. That's not good. That's when they call Dr. Carter and say, help. I've got tick pinchers in my skin. What do I do? And then you'll go to work on that then, right? There you go. Good stuff, folks. Great advice for, again, staying hydrated with the heat coming in here next week. It's going to be in the 90s every day next week. Hot. The heat index is going to be even hotter. So you want to stay hydrated, rather. And he's got the products here to do that. Also, we talked earlier about the pill packs. Poison ivy, if it's leaves of 3, stay away from me or whatever you said. That's good. So bug spray and ticks, all that's right here. And so that's a lot of things folks are coming in asking for, right?
Yeah, sure is.
If we travel, we got to update our passport going on a vacation, going out of the country. Can you give us shots? What kind of shots can you give us?
Yeah, sure can. We can really do about anything. A lot of the international travel vaccines, we can buy just as single doses. So wherever you're traveling to, as long as we've got enough time to research a little bit and bring them in, really we can do about anything. We've had people, traveling to Asia. You can do yellow fever. I was trying to think what all we've done. We've done malaria vaccines for a few people.
Shingles? That's
Yeah,
not for travel,
shingles.
though.
Yeah, we do that for a lot of people. But yeah, travel vaccines, just holler at us and we can take care of it.
Tetanus?
Yeah.
Rabies?
We can do rabies. Rabies, just depending on
Situation?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes you've got to get that in the hospital, but we can dispense them here
Yeah.
if it's allowed.
There
And I
you go.
had me a tetanus shot about a month ago. Hunter got me one, so
Really?
uh,
You let Hunter give you the shot?
he does good. Yeah.
Wow. There you go. Hunter does a great job.
Mhm.
He does, and you do too. Give us the hours are open.
Yeah, here Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And this Saturday we'll be here 9 to 12. But starting in July, we'll be just Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
Closed on Saturdays.
Mhm.
Yep. For the summer months. And
Yep.
then social media, how do we find you?
Yeah, on Facebook is Lingerfelt Drug Center.
And the phone number is?
It's 423-542-2138.
And a new employee. Mama's now here part time.
She is Susan Carter.
That's it.
So
She's still here. She gone.
she left at lunch,
Yeah.
but she'd been the librarian at Westside or at T.A. Duggar for a long time, and before that was a 4th grade teacher at Westside. So a lot of people in town probably know her, good
Yeah.
or bad.
Yeah. I'd say it's all good. She's a great lady. And she's got 2 good youngins, Dr. Carter and, of course, Evan. And Papa Bear's okay, too, isn't he?
Some of the time, yeah.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We will wrap it up after this. Take a look at Major League Baseball next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Don't go away. Drug Center, Health Mart Pharmacy. Tell me about that. Why does that help the consumer to come here to shop?
Yeah, the Health Mart is a group that whenever pharmacies buy drugs, they're able to contract with small pharmacies and get us purchasing power the same as a big pharmacy would be able to do, like a big chain or something like that. So basically all our prescriptions that we buy and anything over the counter like medicines, braces, glasses, really about anything, it lets us get cheaper prices. That is good for us and good for our customers because a lot of people think coming to a small pharmacy you may have to pay more for prescriptions or over the counters, but if anything it's cheaper here.
Yep. It's not the case. It's cheaper here. Hours are open, again, at Lingerfield Drug Center.
Yeah. Here Monday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturdays 9 to 12.
How do we find you on social media?
On Facebook is Lingerfelt Drug Center.
And you know when we'll ask you, the magic phone number is?
It's 423-542-2138.
Health Mart Pharmacy. There's a sign hanging up there at Lingerfield Drug Center, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back in the Tom Taylor Sports Show, before we get out of it, let's run down Major League Baseball. The Rangers, Evan Carter and the Rangers are playing. They started at 12:10. They're underway in Miami. Also, day games today. The Cubs in New York, Cleveland and Chicago to battle the White Sox. You've got the Red Sox in Colorado day game. The Angels hosting Baltimore day game. Under the lights tonight, the Yankees of Detroit. Tariq Skubal's going to be on the mound for Detroit. See how he does against the red-hot Yankees tonight. Seattle, Pittsburgh, Kansas City plays at Tampa Bay. The Phillies in Washington again tonight in Washington. Houston and Toronto. The Reds with, who they got on the mound? Lauder will start for the Reds tonight against Drohan, rather, I should say, for the Brewers. That'll be in Cincinnati. The Cubs and the Mets in that second game of the doubleheader. They'll play that one again tonight in New York. They'll do a DH at 1:10 and at 7:10. Also tonight, the Dodgers in Minnesota. Shohei Ohtani on the mound against Joe Ryan. That's a good matchup. Ohtani 7-2, Ryan 5-3 for the Twinkies. That'll be in Minnesota tonight. Arizona at St. Louis. You've got the Braves, Martin Perez against Sears for the Padres tonight. And then the Athletics will be in San Francisco for Tyler Molly will start it for the Giants tonight against Jump, who's the starter for the Athletics. So there you go there. Former Ohio State coach Jim Tressel enshrined now the Ohio Stadium Ring of Honor when the team opens the season against Ball State in September. Tressel, who coached Ohio State from 2001 to 2010 and led the Buckeyes to a national title in 2002, will join Woody Hayes and Paul Brown as the only Buckeye coaches to appear in the Ring of Honor, which lines the C deck at the stadium. They'll do that on September the 5th against Ball State. Tressel, who is 73 years old, is the Lieutenant Governor of Ohio. So they'll honor him again at the Ohio Stadium, the Buckeyes, in September against Ball State. Atlanta Falcons handing out a 4-year, $141 million deal to wide receiver Drake London earlier this month. Falcons agreed to terms with Kyle Pitts on a 3-year, $54 million deal that includes $36 million guaranteed. Did that yesterday. So London early in the month, and now they've awarded their top tight end with a new contract. Kyle Pitts, 3-year, $54 million deal that includes $36 million guaranteed. Atlanta Falcons tight end. Congratulations locally to Milligan baseball coach Skylar Barnett, named the AAC Coach of Character as part of the conference's end-of-year awards. Head baseball coach of Milligan, and so he is a very positive guy. If you're around him any at all, we have been. He's a great guy, does a wonderful job. Again, 41 wins and just 15 losses this season, which is a school record. So Skylar Barnett is the AAC Coach of Character this year, and well-deserved. And that'll do it for here. Again, we want to tell you that the Nidos, is that right? That's how you say them? The newest Nido arrivals at Double C Western Supply. Little guys are flying off the shelves. Fresh styles, fresh colors, and same satisfying squish. Perfect for the kids. They call them Nidos. Needoh. You get some in right. And so that's the new squishy thing. They've got a new shipment of those at Double C Western Supply here in Elizabethton. So before we get out of here, let's give you the verse today. Back with you tomorrow at Cannon's Furniture. And the verse today goes like this. We always say thanks. Let's see. And it goes like this. Let's see. Deuteronomy 31:8 says, "The Lord himself goes before you and be with you, for he will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged." That's the verse, Deuteronomy 31:8. Thank you, Lord Jesus. We can go through every step in life and all we deal with, and we know you are with us all the time. Wow, that is awesome. Deuteronomy 31:8. The Lord himself goes before you, and he will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, and do not be discouraged. That's Deuteronomy 31:8. Good way to end it. Thanks for watching the show and our guest today, Axel Steins, also Andrew Smith and Jeff Birchfield from the Johnson City Press, El Presidente Andrew McCann from Carter County Bank, and obviously the obvious Dr. A. Carter, the great owner of Lingerfield Drug Center here in downtown Elizabeth. And out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. If you don't have a church home, love for you to come worship with us tonight at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church on Watauga Road here in Elizabeth. And see you back tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings right up the street, the great furniture store in downtown Elizabeth. And see you then. Wrapping up show number 2522 on this 24th day of June at Lingerfield.